Dear viewers, welcome to our channel. Recently, the Biden administration announced a significant investment in domestic manufacturing of cargo handling cranes to eliminate potential threats to national security posed by the use of Chinese-made cranes equipped with advanced software in U.S. ports. This move has sparked a new round of discussions on technology security and international competition. The intertwining of technology competition and security issues in current international relations may also affect the future direction of U.S China relations, prompting widespread international attention and concerns. For example, how do technology security issues affect international relations and trade cooperation? How to balance technology cooperation and competition while ensuring national security? How to assess and address security vulnerabilities in port infrastructure? Is technological upgrading sufficient to address potential espionage and sabotage risks? Are U.S. concerns about Chinese technology reasonable? In the context of globalization, how to achieve a balance between technology security and international cooperation? According to media reports, U.S. government officials revealed that over the next 5 years, the government will invest over $20 billion in enhancing port security, including the production of domestic cargo handling cranes. This funding will come from the bipartisan infrastructure bill passed in 2021, totaling $1 trillion, and will support a subsidiary of Japan's Mitsubishi Corporation in producing cranes in the United States. U.S. government officials said this would be the first time in 30 years that cranes are produced domestically in the United States. At a recent media briefing, John Vann, head of the U.S. Coast Guard Cyber Command, expressed concerns about the possibility that some cranes may be designed for remote control, maintenance, and programming, which could make them vulnerable to malicious exploitation. Ann Neuberger, Deputy National Security Advisor for Cyber and Emerging Technology, also said, "We do believe there are potential strategic risks here." She further explained, these cranes are primarily used for the loading and unloading of large containers at ports. If they are encrypted in criminal attacks or leased or controlled by hostile forces, this will have real implications for our country's economy and the ability of our military to transport goods through ports. U.S. officials have recently raised serious concerns again about Chinese-made cranes, claiming that the software installed on these devices may be manipulated by the Chinese, thus severely affecting the U.S. shipping industry. They even predict that such manipulation could lead to a temporary halt in U.S. shipping activities, causing significant losses to the U.S. economy and military transportation. According to statements made by the commander of the U.S. Transportation Command last year, Chinese personnel have the capability to track the origin, destination, and other important data of U.S. military container shipments. This means that China may be able to influence U.S. military strategies by knowing whether U.S. military is transporting goods. This view has raised high concerns in the U.S. military, as they believe it could pose a potential threat to U.S. military security. Furthermore, reports indicate that senior commanders responsible for overseeing U.S. military logistics operations have expressed deep concerns about these Chinese-made cranes for many years. They believe that these cranes may pose security risks and may be used to monitor U.S. military actions. Therefore, the U.S. military has been trying to avoid ports with Chinese-made cranes as much as possible to reduce potential risks. This concern is not limited to the military domain but also extends to commercial shipping. Because if Chinese software can indeed be used to control cranes, it could significantly impact U.S. commercial shipping, including the efficiency and safety of cargo handling. Moreover, this could also affect U.S. commercial dealings with other countries, as many countries may have doubts about the security of U.S. shipping. In conclusion, U.S. officials' concerns about Chinese-made cranes reflect their deep concerns about national security and economic security. However, this also raises a larger question: how to ensure the security of national infrastructure and prevent potential cyber attacks and espionage in today's era of globalization and technological development, which is a problem that needs to be addressed and solved collectively by the global community. Recently, some members of Congress who are highly concerned about cargo handling crane safety have publicly welcomed the government's corresponding measures. They recognize that solving this problem is crucial to ensuring the safety and effectiveness of cargo transportation. According to U.S. media reports, Republican Congressman Carlos Gimenez of Florida has spearheaded a legislative proposal aimed at addressing safety risks related to cargo handling cranes. Gimenez believes that such legislative action can effectively enhance the safety of cargo handling cranes and reduce accidents caused by equipment failures or operational errors. The Transportation and Maritime Security Subcommittee of the House Homeland Security Committee is also actively addressing this issue. They plan to hold a hearing on port cybersecurity issues on February 21 and invite key U.S. officials to testify. The purpose of this hearing is to gain a deeper understanding of the current cybersecurity situation, identify potential risk points, and propose corresponding solutions. Carlos emphasized in an interview that breaking China's control over crane manufacturing is key to solving this problem. He believes that if the current dominance of Chinese crane manufacturing can be changed, U.S. cargo handling crane manufacturers may be able to provide safer and more reliable products, thereby reducing the security risks of cargo handling cranes. So far, U.S. officials have not revealed whether China has used these cranes for illicit activities. Van pointed out that the U.S. Coast Guard Cyber Protection Team has conducted threat searches on 92 Chinese-made cranes in U.S. ports, but they refused to disclose whether evidence of illegal or suspicious activities had been found. U.S. officials noted that these cranes account for nearly 80% of the total number of ship-to-shore cranes in U.S. ports. They acknowledged that replacing Chinese-made cranes will be a lengthy process but did not disclose specific timelines or targets. China has repeatedly made statements regarding the frequent hype by the U.S. on related issues. In March last year, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijian criticized the false reports by the U.S. media, calling them groundless and misleading to the American people. On January 22 this year, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin pointed out in a routine press conference that the paranoia of some U.S. politicians is becoming increasingly serious. From accusing Chinese information technology equipment of having backdoors to condemning Chinese-produced cranes as spy, Trojan horses, and then hyping up Chinese electric vehicle batteries as threats, these remarks are nothing more than groundless hype by U.S. politicians, revealing their true intentions to contain China's development. For these politicians, all advanced Chinese technologies are considered threats, while only general goods exported by China are deemed harmless. Such hegemonic behavior should be condemned and opposed by the international community. From the perspective of technology security, the U.S. government's attention to domestic manufacturing is not unfounded. In recent years, global competition in technology has become increasingly fierce, especially in high-tech fields. In this context, protecting and developing domestic key technologies is particularly important for the United States. The Biden administration's choice to invest in domestic cargo handling crane manufacturing is undoubtedly aimed at ensuring the domestic research and application of key technologies, thereby reducing reliance on external supply chains. From the perspective of international competition, this move is also aimed at protecting and developing America's technological strength. In the global trade landscape, technological competition has become an important means for countries to vie for dominance. As a global technology leader, the United States naturally does not want to lag behind other countries in this field, especially China, which has a strong manufacturing base. Therefore, by investing in domestic cargo handling crane manufacturing, the United States aims to enhance its competitiveness in the global market and maintain its technological leadership position. Finally, to summarize for readers, I hope you have gained some insights and thoughts. This decision may also bring certain negative impacts. Firstly, massive investments may increase pressure on domestic manufacturing, thereby affecting investments and developments in other areas. Additionally, excessive focus on domestic manufacturing may exacerbate international trade tensions, affecting the stable development of the global economy. Therefore, in implementing this policy, the U.S. government needs to consider the importance of international cooperation while protecting national interests. In this context, finding a balance between technological advancement and national security, as well as protecting and developing one's own technological strength in international competition, has become the focus of attention for governments and economic observers worldwide. For the United States, investing in domestic cargo handling crane manufacturing is undoubtedly a positive attempt, but how to avoid negative impacts during implementation requires joint efforts from the government and all sectors of society. The decision of the Biden administration to invest in domestic cargo handling crane manufacturing reflects its strategic considerations regarding technology security and international competition. In the future development process, the United States needs to consider the importance of international cooperation, while protecting national interests to achieve harmonious development between technological progress and national security. That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for the next exciting content. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.